In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get stuck in the same routine. Many of us wake up, go to work, come home, and spend the rest of the day scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV shows. While these activities might be entertaining, they often leave us feeling unfulfilled. This is where a passion project comes in. A passion project is not just a way to pass the time, it's an avenue to rediscover joy, purpose, and meaning in your life. It's an opportunity to wake up excited, work towards something unique, and feel proud of your achievements. But finding a project that excites you isn't always straightforward, and many people hesitate to start because they don't know where to begin. This video will help you identify a project that resonates with you, get started without overthinking, and stay motivated through each phase of the journey. Whether your goal is to create art, build a business, or learn a new skill, this guide will show you how to turn your dreams into a rewarding reality. The importance of a passion project. Passion projects can transform your life in countless ways. They give you a sense of purpose that often gets lost in the day-to-day grind. Without a meaningful project, it's easy to feel like your life lacks direction. You might find yourself constantly searching for entertainment, hoping it will fill the void, only to discover that it doesn't. A passion project provides more than just a way to pass the time. It offers personal growth, creativity, and a sense of accomplishment. It challenges you to think, learn, and in ways create. For instance, working on a project like writing a book or building furniture requires you to problem solve and develop new skills. These activities engage your brain and enrich your soul, creating a life fulfilled with curiosity and excitement. Moreover, passion projects have a profound impact on your mental health. They can reduce stress by giving you a positive outlet for your energy and emotions. They remind you that life is about more than just surviving. It's about thriving. And as you progress in your project, you'll feel a deep sense of pride in what you've accomplished, no matter how big or small it is. Rediscovering childhood passions. Finding the right project often starts with looking backward. As children, we were naturally drawn to activities that sparked our curiosity and creativity. These childhood hobbies were often pure expressions of our personality, free from societal expectations or obligations. Think back to what you loved doing as a child. Did you enjoy drawing, writing stories, or building intricate Lego structures? Maybe you spent hours exploring nature or inventing imaginary worlds. As we grow older, these passions often get buried under responsibilities like school, work, and family. But they don't disappear. They're still a part of us, waiting to be rediscovered. Revisiting your childhood interests can be a powerful way to reconnect with what truly excites you. For example, if you loved writing as a child but haven't picked up a pen in years, now might be the perfect time to start a blog or write a short story. Combining childhood passions with your current interests can lead to unique projects. Let's say you loved storytelling as a child and now you enjoy photography. Why not combine the two by creating a photo essay that tells a compelling story? The key is to look for activities that make you feel genuinely excited. By tapping into these early passions, you'll find a project that feels authentic and deeply rewarding. How to choose the right project. Choosing the right project can feel overwhelming, especially if you have multiple interests or don't know where to start. The best way to narrow it down is to focus on what excites you. Ask yourself, does this idea make me feel energized and curious? Does it spark joy? Your answers will point you in the right direction. Another approach is to think about what you naturally gravitate towards in your free time. Do you enjoy cooking, gardening, or playing music? Maybe you're fascinated by technology or love solving puzzles. These interests can often be translated into meaningful projects. For instance, if you enjoy cooking, you could start a food blog, create a cookbook, or experiment with new recipes to share with your friends. It's also helpful to consider your strengths and talents. If you are good at drawing, consider working on a graphic novel or designing illustrations. If you're a natural problem solver, you might enjoy tackling DIY projects or coding challenges. The key is to choose something that aligns with both your interests and abilities. This ensures that your project will feel rewarding rather than frustrating. The first step, just start. One of the biggest barriers to starting a project is the fear of failure. Many people hesitate because they feel they're not skilled enough or worry that their work won't be good. But the truth is, no one starts as an expert. The only way to improve is to begin, even if your first attempts are imperfect. The most important thing is to take that first step. If your project involves creating videos, don't wait until you can afford expensive equipment. Use your smartphone or borrow a friend's camera. If you're interested in painting, don't worry about buying the best supplies. Start with whatever you have on hand. The act of starting, no matter how small, sets the wheels in motion. It's also helpful to let go of the idea that your first attempt needs to be perfect. Early mistakes are a part of learning, and for example, if you're learning to code, your first program might be riddled with errors, but those errors teach you how to improve. By embracing imperfection and focusing on progress rather than perfection, you'll find it easier to move forward. Embrace the learning curve. Every new project comes with a learning curve, and it's important to embrace it. At first, your work might not meet your expectations, and that's okay. Remember that every expert was once a beginner. The key is to keep practicing and learning. Over time, your skills will improve, and you'll start to see results. One of the best ways to overcome the learning curve is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Instead of expecting perfection, approach each session as an opportunity to learn something new. For instance, if you're learning to play guitar, don't worry about mastering a song right away. Focus on practicing chords and building muscle memory. Each small improvement brings you closer to your goal. It's also important to be patient with yourself. Progress takes time, and setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Instead of getting discouraged, view challenges as opportunities to grow. With consistent effort, you'll find that the skills you once struggled with become second nature. The power of micro goals. Setting micro goals is one of the most effective ways to stay motivated and make progress. Micro goals are small, achievable objectives that help you break your project into manageable steps. For example, if you're writing a novel, a micro goal could be to write 500 words a day. If you're learning to paint, a micro goal could be practicing a specific brushstroke technique. Micro goals keep the process enjoyable and prevent burnout. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the scope of your project, you can focus on one small task at a time. These small victories build momentum and give you a sense of accomplishment. Over time, the cumulative effect of achieving micro goals can lead to significant progress. Another benefit of micro goals is that they help you stay consistent. By setting daily or weekly targets, you create a routine that keeps you engaged with your project. This consistency is key to long-term success, as it allows you to build skills and confidence over time. Setting meaningful milestones. While micro goals help you manage the day-to-day aspects of your project, milestones give you something big to aim for. Milestones are significant achievements that mark your progress, such as finishing a chapter of your book, completing your first woodworking project, or reaching a fitness goal. Setting meaningful milestones gives your project a sense of direction and purpose. They act as checkpoints, helping you measure how far you've come and what you still need to accomplish. For example, if your goal is to learn a new language, a milestone might be having your first conversation with a native speaker. These moments of achievement provide a powerful sense of fulfillment and motivation. Milestones also encourage you to celebrate your progress. Taking time to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, boosts your confidence and keeps you motivated. By setting and achieving meaningful milestones, you'll stay inspired to continue working on your project. Sharing your journey. In the age of social media, sharing your journey can be a powerful way to stay motivated and connect with others. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube allow you to document your progress, showcase your work, and build a community around your project. Sharing your journey not only holds you accountable, but also inspires others to pursue their own passions. You don't need to aim for fame or recognition. Sharing can be as simple as posting updates for your friends or keeping a private journal. However, if you're open to sharing publicly, you might be surprised by the opportunities that arise. Many creators have turned their passion projects into successful careers by sharing their work online. Sharing your journey can also allow you to reflect on your growth. Looking back at your progress can be incredibly rewarding, reminding you of how far you've come. Whether you choose to share publicly or privately, documenting your journey adds an extra layer of meaning to your project. Overcoming the fear of sharing. The idea of sharing your work can be intimidating, especially if you're worried about judgment or criticism. But it's important to remember that everyone starts somewhere. Most people are more supportive than critical, and sharing your journey can be a source of encouragement and connection. If you're hesitant to share publicly, consider starting anonymously. Create a separate account where you can post updates without worrying about what others think. As you gain confidence, you can decide whether to share more openly. The most important thing is to focus on what brings you joy, rather than seeking approval from others. Sharing your work is also a way to inspire others. By showing that you're willing to take risks and put yourself out there, you encourage others to do the same. Your journey might be the motivation someone else needs to start their own project. Enjoying the journey. At the end of the day, the most important part of the project is to enjoy the process. While goals and milestones are important, the true reward lies in the journey itself. Working on a project allows you to immerse yourself in something meaningful, bringing a sense of purpose and fulfillment to your life. Take time to appreciate each step of the process, whether you're learning a new skill, overcoming a challenge, or celebrating a milestone. These moments are what make the journey worthwhile. Even if your project doesn't turn out exactly as planned, the experience will be invaluable. Remember, this is something you're doing for yourself. There's no need to rush or put unnecessary pressure on yourself. By focusing on the joy of creating, you'll find that the journey is just as rewarding as the final result.